There you go. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. Doot, doot,
We
doot,
had
doot, doot, doot.
we had JT and B Wood before the show started, and I spelled JT with a Y for some reason, but hopefully he got that. Hey, Leslie and Bigfoot. Hey, Squatchy, what's going on? I was late. I was talking football. Uncle Smiley, what's going on?
It's my
Maddie?
bad.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I was a little miffed at you, though,
Me.
pal. No, not
Oh,
at
God.
Matt. Hey, Davo. I see you've got some auction that's coming up, but not me on your little Fish Fam Link show. What was it? It was Aquatic Auction started same time as me by GB Shrimp, whoever that is. I don't know them.
I don't know, but I think I'm going to leave and go watch that. I'm just teasing. Look, I'm wearing a Blast from the Past shirt. I'm wearing Scott, what his Alien Aquatics. And his girlfriend or wife is the seahorse. So he has like, of course, Nico's in the way, but it's a spaceship beaming up a
Oh
seahorse.
yeah, yeah. We got Uncle Smiley, Davo, Lady Metalhead. Hey, Jess.
Lady Metalhead.
Uh,
She's a
what did
good
Matt do?
football player.
Shady Grady, Geekster, Wally's Freshwater Aquatics,
Hiya, Wally.
Zenny. And that's it for now. So I don't know if you can see it back there. I haven't even pulled them yet, but I did a water change yesterday, Mr. Ed. Did it last
Oh
night.
no.
Came down this morning. The lights aren't on yet, but I wanted to take a picture for the thumbnail of the Oscar because the Oscar's a little beat up for some reason. And we were going to talk about that. And I've got not one, but two fish floating on the surface.
Was there a war?
I don't think. I did a water change. Everybody was fine yesterday. I did a water change. It came down today, and I got two dead fish.
I just got scratched on my hand. Nico used
Nico,
my hand to get up, and it kind of, I mean, there's no blood, but boy, it hurt. Just
Leslie says she
sometimes
finally got
I
some
wish cats,
rain.
I think if cats didn't have claws, they'd be cooler. Or if they could just use their claws just for hunting.
Just for hunting. Otherwise, keep them in your fingers.
Yeah. I thought you were
Keep
going
them
to say keep it
sheathed.
in your pants.
Yeah. Hey, Denny's here. I miss Denny coming in.
Dennis.
Where is Denny? I see people saying hi to Denny. I don't see no Denny. Maybe
Maybe
they're
they meant to say Zenny, and they said Denny.
maybe. Or
He's supposed to be
I'm
going home today.
yeah.
So let's hope that he gets to go home and have fun again.
Or at least get home and sleep in his own bed. I know that's a huge thing.
When you got broken parts, though, sometimes it sucks to lay in a bed.
Uh, Liquid Zood says I need to go back. What did Matt do? You're not promoting my show, pal. That's what you're not doing.
Yeah, you need to call these people up before the show and send them
No,
a mass text message.
I'm just saying it says on your
Send
Fish
flyers
Fam
out.
link, it says current live stream aquarium daily. Now this is old, I haven't refreshed. And then it says upcoming lives, and it doesn't say Mr. Whip at all. I'm completely left out. Ignored again. I blame you.
I do need to get my Etsy store open. I still haven't. The back room is still smashed in because mom and dad. I've been using their sunroom to do my work because this room doesn't have lights. Turns out my brother-in-law has been in Canada for the last 2 weeks. That's why he didn't come over the last 2 weekends.
Oh yeah.
But nevertheless, they decided they're going to get French doors added to the sunroom instead of sliding doors.
Good
So
choice.
we haven't cleaned that room out yet. And it really sucks because I don't have any place to work. I mean, I guess I could just start working in my kitchen. May have to do that. But I don't think we should be too mean to Matt because, I mean, he does a lot for us and he doesn't get anything for it.
Well, there is that second part. He's not doing much for me if he's not going to promote my shit. Just kidding, Matt. I'm just kidding. I hope you know I'm kidding.
You know what you could do is you could do what I do and put a little Matt sticker at the bottom of your page.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Have you ever noticed that on when we're doing our live streams? I've got a Fish Fam links symbol at the bottom.
I've noticed it. Yes, I just don't know how to do it. Like even now, I finally just figured out how to put a ticker on, but I always forget to put it on.
Holy crap! I have no idea how you do that. I just know how to make wallpaper.
So yeah, I'll go back. Leslie says we finally got some rain. 22 days without. It's marvelous. And here's the hi Denny. Hey Shady, hi Mike. I didn't see no Denny.
Oh, and it
Is there
was
another Denny?
Zenny that said it. I was thinking maybe somebody meant to say Zenny and said Denny, but it's her. Maybe she just likes to say Dennis because it rhymes with her name.
And then that was you were just getting into that. Dave wants to know, did you get your Etsy store running yet? And you're saying no, right?
Yeah,
Because
I
you
wanted to make a whole bunch of Pleco caves and put it on there when I first opened, and I haven't been able to make anything because all the furniture in my mom and dad's living room is in the freaking sunroom, and I can't even get to the table. I can't even get to my stuff because all my supplies were behind there, and they just pushed everything against the wall, and I think my stuff's maybe under the table. I hope. Hi, Bionic, Bigfoot,
that's Dennis
Cat
too.
Butt.
That's who they're talking to. I got fixated on Dennis Christensen, and I forgot that Bionic Bigfoot is Dennis as well. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you guys
Well,
go again, using real names.
Bionic Bigfoot, if you ever break your foot, we'll all call you Dennis.
Yeah, right.
I'm teasing. His feet can't be broke. They're like just blocks of cartilage, giant blocks of cartilage.
Yeah. See, there's the explanation. Even had I just kept reading.
So now the fish that died, are they your silver dollars?
One is the oldest silver dollar I had, probably close to a decade old. So that could have been just old age, but I don't think he was fine yesterday.
Maybe the other one died of a broken heart.
And the other one was a red shoulder severum that was perfect and still a baby. I probably should pull them out of there so that they don't pollute the tank.
Yeah. And then you could show them on camera.
How pretty they used to be. Well, the silver dollar's not pretty anymore. He got beat up so bad by his tank mates. None of the other cichlids bothered him, but his like brethren, the other silver dollar just chewed him up, where his fins were down to just little tiny nubs, and they never grew back. They chewed him down so far that they didn't regenerate.
Well, it's probably good he's dead.
Well, that's
He
just
probably
neat.
had. He was like, well, he's probably really annoying or smelled bad or something that made all the other fish hate him. Hi, Oinky.
Zenny asked, when did I schedule? I mean, I'm on the calendar forever. I've been on it for months. I scheduled it around 1-ish. So if the automation machine that runs the website didn't pick that up, maybe that's my fault then. And I can yell at myself for being too late with it.
I just heard some major thunder. Didn't think it was going to rain today.
Well, it's raining for you. It's raining for Leslie. It's a rainy kind of day. Stan the Pitman's here.
Hi, Stan.
Asaya. Hello, hello, hello.
One of my best friends in high school was named, well, his name is Jason Stanley. And
Oh, there it is, right there. Explanation. Asked and answered. My fault. I take it all back. All accusations and
so
bad
what are you
mouthery
going to
is
say to
my
Matt
fault.
now?
Maddie, I'm so sorry. Please don't ban me from your channel.
Good job. You can ban him anyway, Matt. I don't care. Kind of deserves it. What was I saying? So Jason Stanley was like one of my best friends in high school. We even went on our senior trip to Dallas and saw Nolan Ryan pitch and stuff. Well, he at the 10-year anniversary or class reunion didn't bring his wife to sit down with us. He went over to like the rich kids and the football players, and I was a football player, but I still sat with my nerdy friends and sat with them. And it was like he never hung out with them ever over the years. So he just like threw shade at us and didn't want his wife to meet his real friends. It's pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no respect for Jason Stanley anymore. If you're watching, Jason, you're a pathetic person.
I think you're safe in that he's not watching. He doesn't know me at all.
Yeah. Well, he's in Illinois. He
Is
lives in
he?
Peoria.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's a long ways from
Works
here.
for He's a patent lawyer for Caterpillar.
Noelle is here. Hi, Noelle.
Yeah, Noel.
Hey, Chris is here too. I met her. She was at
It's awesome.
Aquashella.
Awesome. Did you have a
Diana
cool hat on?
says, um, I honestly don't remember.
Linky wears a
But
really cool hat.
she does. Oinky has the coolest of hats ever.
Yes. There's Biz Whizzle. Not for him, Brandon. I still haven't opened that pack of cards you gave me with my dad yet. We've been talking about it, but we just feel guilty opening it.
Geek says, I'm still okay with you yelling at Matt. Hey, Mike, what's going on in your whole family show? 3G, what's going on? JT, welcome back. Sorry, I called you JY. I got the lazy fingers.
It's better than KY.
Yeah, right. Asaya says it rained some in central Arkansas too. We sure needed it. How do you like that? I threw the accent in there just because it was Arkansas.
Yeah, very impressive. 24-hour weather report. Oops. 24-hour weather report.
Today's forecast.
B-Wiz is here. Hey, B-Wiz, what's going on?
95% chance of thunderstorms. And it's cold. It's 75 degrees with lightning and thunderstorms.
I don't know what it is here, but it's definitely not any warmer than that here.
It's not windy. They say the rain's going to stop in an hour. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it'll be through.
Yeah, just gonna pass on through.
Pass on through.
Leslie
Yep.
says she bought 6 clown loaches 4 years ago and have lost 2 over the 4 years. I know they prefer to be in groups. If I lose another, should I take it to my local fish store? I'm not wanting more. I mean, you
Well,
could. If you want, you could probably get some pretty good money for it if it's 4 years old because they grow so slow, or at least store credit.
yeah, your store credit might be 50% store credit, maybe. If you sell it to them, they'll probably only give you a couple. They probably give you like a third of that. But you might be able to trade them with a friend or something.
Yeah, I don't know if Leslie, are you close to anybody that also fish keeps? I mean, you could always do a trade, or maybe even
Where,
like a swap.
what town do you
Yeah,
live in, Leslie? This is important to us.
yeah. And I'm not sure what Chris was asking him. Liquid Zoo Matt, like Joplin Matt from the Liquid Zoo, and
I'll
then
be there, Biz. Whizzle. Brandon.
Oink, Oinky says, "I know you keep mostly large fish." But what is the smallest fish you currently keep? Probably guppies. I have a bunch of guppies. And I
Have you
tried.
given any special foods to that little guy yet? You to your
I
arowana?
I pulled out like a net full of guppies, and I looked at him, and I'm like, I can't. I'm such a puss. I couldn't,
Okay. All right.
I
Don't worry
couldn't
about it.
kill him. I'm like, I can't do. I put him back in the, in the tub.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Sonny and 75 down by Uncle Smiley. He's down there by you.
Yeah.
3G
Well,
says it's
74 here.
almost 90 by
Whoa.
him.
That's horrible. Poor guy.
Aquatic Expo, what is that?
That is going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
weird. It takes 5 hours to get there, but it's only 3 hours away because there's a bunch of mountains in between me and there. So I either have to go way up through Knoxville or way down around Atlanta to get to it because it's like directly east of me. And if I had a jetpack, it would make things really cool because then I
Yeah,
could
or
just jetpack.
just a helicopter of some kind of floating device where you can go as the crow flies.
Yeah, I mean,
Nathan, hey Nathan, in Skull.
maybe one of those plastic airplanes that you can build from a kit that just has like this big propeller in the back. You seen those?
Yep,
Yeah, I could
I
get one
have.
of those and just fly it over there, land on the roof.
I believe they call that going Iron Man.
Oh, cool.
Matt
I
has
used
tried
to,
to explain that the requirements from Google and the website and the bot having to check for streams every 5 minutes was taking too much of the limit up. So Matt is trying, FYI. Yeah, Zinni, I was only kidding. I hope you could tell I was kidding. I hope he could tell I was kidding. Sometimes my
poor
sense of
Matt.
humor isn't funny. But the only reason I brought it up again was because he brought it up twice. Wait a minute, what did Matt do? So it's no big deal. Clown Loach on the dream to own someday list. Oinky likes the old Clown Loach.
Need a big tank.
Yep, because you need a bunch of them.
Yeah, I would like to have like a 400-gallon tank, maybe.
So
Do one.
she's over by me, kind of a little bit. Let me see if I could figure this out. I'm south west of Murfreesboro, and she's southeast. She's probably still an hour away,
Or
just because.
is that
But
Murfreesboro, Tennessee?
I believe so. Yes, correct, Leslie.
Oh,
Tennessee.
I think
I think
Murfreesboro's
I've
got
asked her
that
that once
fish
before.
store. Is it Murfreesboro that has the fish store? No, it's not. Murfreesboro is like a suburb of Nashville. There is a little town before you get to Murfreesboro, and it's like an Andy Griffith type show town, but they've got a pet store that I think is a mafia store.
Oh, just a front.
Yeah, I think it's just a front.
There's my beautiful bride. Hello, Miss Wife. And
Hey,
there
Mrs. White.
is the other
Dennis!
Dennis, Denny. Hello, Denny. Are you going home? Got pneumonia. Back in the hospital. Holy crap.
Son of a biscuit. What'd they do? Did they waterboard you? How did he get water in his lungs?
Probably not, Chris. Matt lives over on the west side of Iowa. You're local, aren't you? Maybe you're not. Maybe you were just made the trip over to Chicago Aquashella. But I don't think he owns a pet store.
Wait a
If
minute.
he
Who
does,
is
that
the
would be news to me.
Murfreesboro person?
That's Leslie Perry.
Oh, I'm getting all confused. Sorry, Leslie. I was thinking that was Crystal. I mean, not Crystal. Never mind. I'm just going to shut up now. There's too many crystals in here and a
you
Chris.
well, I would imagine that's probably her actual name because she spells Chris with a Y, but maybe not.
She's in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Ah,
So is it Murfreesboro, Missouri? Is there a Murfreesboro, Missouri? Where
there
is
must be.
Murfreesboro, Missouri? No, is the Murfreesboro, Illinois is the closest one to Missouri. Maybe she lives right on the border. Wait, Leslie lives near Murfreesboro.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Hi, Skull. Hey, Skull. I put your video up for a short, and it got 1,000 views like in 70 minutes.
Yeah, you did well.
And then they turned it off for some reason. It makes me mad when they turn things off.
Guppies, I love my fabulous floppy flappies. How and
Look at
why
that.
would anyone degrade those beautiful fish, gorgeous fish? Can't read.
This was
Yeah,
doing great, and then they just turned it off so nobody else could see it. That's a hard turn off at 1,000.
yep, sure is.
Yep.
I'm sure you were
So
kidding, but people seem to actually be upset about it. Really? What? It's free. He's doing it out of basically out of the goodness of his heart. I mean, I'm sure it makes some money, but why would people get mad about that?
people get mad about stupid stuff.
People are so weird. I mean, none of
He's
you
just
people, of
being
course.
nice. And I'm sorry if you've got a problem with this channel and you refuse to have your show on there. I don't feel bad for you if somebody else goes right over you. Because I feel like that's our community and that helps everybody know where people are.
Right.
I was studying that thing, trying to figure out where I've got to go if I completely tank on ratings on Thursday night. And then there might be people I was thinking, oh, well, I don't know if that guy is on here. But you know what? That's on him for not being on there.
Right, right. Nathan or Leslie says yes, Tennessee. So I don't know where you saw the Missouri. Somebody else must have been answering another question.
I need Oinky to help me interpret what I'm reading.
Apparently, Oinky just found out about Denny because she's like, "Oh no, son of a biscuit."
I've had pneumonia once. I had it in high school and it was awesome. I got out of like 2 weeks of school and I felt fine. I just had a cough.
Geek. What kind of hospitals are you going to, man?
I literally played Techno Bowl for 2 weeks straight. Some of the greatest time of my life.
So Chris is in Missouri. All right. All right. Now now it's coming together. So
and I meant, Chris, what town do you live in or near in Missouri?
So yeah, but either way, that's way south. But Ed is from. No, you're not from Missouri, but you lived in Missouri.
Oh, I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, you were born
And
there.
at 3 years old, my dad got transferred to Kansas City, Missouri. And then in 88, he got transferred back to St. Louis. But my dad wanted to find a really good football school for me. And the best football team around was, other than East St. Louis, of course, was Columbia, Illinois. And so we went to Columbia. That was pretty cool.
She's in Joplin, Missouri. Is that near where you grew up?
No, that's where Peter used to be. Mod Guppy. That Joplin got wiped out by the tornado like 10 years ago. I was driving to Ohio or Oklahoma once, and we went through Joplin, and it looked like a bomb hit that town. Because that wasn't every tornado I've ever seen, like, did a path that was like maybe 20 yards or something, That thing was miles. It was insane. All the grass was pulled up out of people's yards. There wasn't even
The
house, it was
grass
just
up.
flat. It pulled the grass. I've never seen anything like what hit Joplin in my life. And it was crazy. But let's see if they got any good fish stores in Joplin.
So Leslie's about 75 minutes away from the aquatic critter. That's the one that Ben Ochart goes to all the time.
Yeah, well, it's the only one in the freaking city.
Which
I
is
like the
crazy.
aquatic critter.
I mean, Nashville's pretty big.
I had to do this over here. Yeah, I know it, but aquatic critter really has a stranglehold. There's another place. It's a saltwater thing that's kind of there, but it's not as good, or by far, because it's real small. It's like it's almost in a shed.
Jody P's here. Hey, Jody P.
Oh my gosh. Something smells wonderful. I don't know what my mom's cooking.
Wait, did Whip just claim that Matt has a heart, let alone goodness in it? I've seen it. It gets out every once in a while when he's not being a smartass.
Oh, I'm looking over at this monitor, and then it's on this side. Let's see.
If you only have community tanks, would you put shrimp in every tank possible? I'm thinking about adding shrimp into each tank to help with the cleaning, but it'd be different shrimp in each tank. I mean, if they're not going to get 8, and you may not get a lot of babies, a lot of reproduction if you have too many of the even a little slightly larger fish. I would bet most tetras would eat the babies. But I'm a big proponent of giving it a shot. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you just try again somehow another way, right? Oinky says, I live in the ever adventurous. I live in the ever adventurous with healthcare methods, New York State. Waterboarding patients would be no surprise to me, especially in Long Island near the JFK airport.
Oh, man.
Uh, you have to grow up tough over there in New York. Thinking about getting
They
some
do.
bamboo shrimp for one tank. Are those the ones that have the weird, yeah, kind of
They're
creepy?
pretty. Well, when they're not doing that,
Hi,
they look like
Edie.
roaches to me. I don't know why. They just
That's
creep
what
me out.
that's what Jason said too. He didn't like them either. They creep him out.
Okay, so whoa, what happened? I'm sharing, but I don't know if it's shared.
Chris was in crisis management when that tornado hit that
Oh,
you're
well, that
talking
was
about.
lucky. Let me see if I can share this. Maybe I can't.
I guess
That's
there's
not
two
what
different
I'm.
kinds of bamboo. That's you want me to share that? I can do it. Oh,
No,
you just
not
took it
that
away.
one. That's just the. I'm trying to get their website to pop. There we go.
My basement is a great fish store in Joplin. 60 tanks, come on by. He doesn't live anywhere near there now, but
This is Becky's.
I don't know if you caught that, but there's one called My Basement.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go back and look for that in a minute. Becky's looks like it's mostly saltwater. Oh my gosh, look. Somebody went to their store and then drew all the places that they walked.
Well, that's weird. Oh no, that's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what he's doing there? He goes, me at any ordinary store. Me at a fish store.
With me, okay, my mom she uses a cane, but when she gets into a store, she uses a push cart. She is so much faster when she has a push cart to lean on. If I turn my back for a minute, she's gone. And then I'm like searching all over the store for her. It's unbelievable.
And you stack your tanks, don't you? Chris Ladd has a question. I don't stack. I'm too old to be getting on the ground or standing up on my tippy toes all the time on a ladder. He's asking. He's rebuilding some racks. How much space do you have between tanks?
You want me to go measure it real quick?
I mean, just guesstimate. You can probably guesstimate it
No.
pretty close.
Well, so I planned it for 20 longs and I wanted enough space for my elbows to get in. But now I'm putting bigger tanks in there. But I'm going to guess 22 inches. But I don't mind running into the fish room real quick and measuring it.
Go ahead if you want.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Hold, please. In the meantime, we'll keep going so I don't get too far behind. Looks like Nathan is looking at the bamboo shrimp. But I think she was asking which kind of bamboo. It looked like there was two different kinds. I live in deep East Texas. I have to drive 3 hours to Dallas or Houston to find a good fish store. Oh, Stan, that sucks. 3 hours, Jesus. that's a that's a trip. I would imagine you do most of your shopping online then. B-Wiz says he does that. My puffer tanks produces the most out of all the tanks. And I'm not being naughty for once. You can be naughty here. Nobody will care. Nobody will complain. I'll kick them out. Nathan, I have lucky bamboo in a couple of my tanks. It's happy, gets tall, have to cut it back. So that's a plant. I think he's talking. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've lost the train of thought here. Nathan says, I think that's what they're called, the ones that filter feed. Yeah, he's talking about an actual shrimp. Asaya, you're talking about the plant.
Making a measurement for somebody online. Have you seen the new fish in there? They're in the back corner. The lights aren't on yet, but the light in the room is. It looks really pretty.
As long as they're not neocardina. I have them in most of my tanks. The ones that don't are the ones that have been eaten.
No, I don't know what you mean right now. All right. Okay. So they're 2 feet.
2 feet. So you're 24 inches. Dee Dee said about 8 inches is what she would recommend. So there's apparently it's
Well, she probably means 8 inches above the tank.
or between them. It's like a space between.
Yeah, she's probably talking about 8 inches above the tank, but because you can't be doing 8 inches between each level because there's no tanks that are 8 inches.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so you're counting the whole tank, everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was probably talking about just a gap between the top of the tank and the bottom of the next tank. But I could be
This
wrong.
is a 17-inch tank. I took a picture, or here, I'll just share and let me put it on Facebook and then I'll share it through this way. Gosh darn it. Now I can't get the stupid thing to. Okay. How do I? So talk about something really interesting while I'm doing this.
Okay. They're talking bamboo shrimp. They
Yeah.
can be pricey. Jeremy, hey buddy, we haven't seen you since the clash. I don't think I've seen you in any of the chats. Maybe I have, and I've just been hitting the head too many times. That's always a possibility.
There we go. I shared it.
Chris says Claws and Paws in Pittsburgh, Kansas, or the Liquid Zoo in Joplin are both great local stores to me.
So this is 2 feet, and that's one of the tanks that you sculpted.
Oh, okay. Did it make it home
So
safe and sound?
Yep. So I think this is 17-inch tank, and then you have another, I guess, 8 inches above it. Even
Yeah, so
it
you're
looked a
right at
lot
8.
bigger because I was standing above it. I should have bent down. I probably did an optical illusion.
Well, you said they're 24, 22. What did you say it was?
24.
24. So if it's to take a 17, yeah. So you're right there with Dee Dee.
Yep. I should have taken a photo of the 10-gallon next to it.
Wanky says, yeah, I've mentioned bamboo shrimp to Jason a few times in the live chat. I interpret his response as they are nightmare fuel for him. Yeah. And has your mom tried a tall walking stick? A lot of people do good with them. I think she was talking in reference to the cart, how she's able to move faster with the cart.
Well, she just loves the carts.
Skull says, Chris, I have been to the one in Pittsburgh. M&C Aquatics lives by there. Yep, he's pretty close.
I wish I could get my mom to use the rolling walker, the double walker. I got her to use it at the
That's crazy.
quilting convention, and she absolutely loved it because she was able to buy her stuff and stack it on there because it's like a cart too. But the stupid old ladies from her club all ran to her and said, "Why you got that? Why are you using one of those?" And it's like, then she feels weird using it. It's like, God darn it, these stupid women. Nothing personal, women, but you guys are really good at making each other feel bad about yourselves.
Right.
I mean, dude, seriously, a man sees another guy with some type of aid, it's like, hey, that's awesome. A girl makes fun of her. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Dee Dee hurt herself trying to get her escape tank from the clash into position. It looks like.
Oh no. Well, I've got one more to stick in there. I got 3 of them to put in. Hey, is
Oinky
that
says,
Dee Dee's?
"I
Oh, can't see it.
go ahead."
I
What'd you
was
say?
I was still looking at my photo over here that I was sharing,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, I think Dee Dee's sticker's at the bottom of there. Dee Dee's sticker was.
Oinky says, "I have no doubt that when the day comes that if Ed and I are together aquascaping and I'm nearly falling into a 125, he might giggle, and I don't blame him."
You probably fit in a 40 almost.
Hey, J Rock, what's going on? Yes, above the top of the tank in the next level. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are at the same spot. I'm not going to try to do the math, but you got to be pretty close. Thank you for checking. I didn't mean for you to cause so much trouble. Yeah, you didn't cause any trouble. That's what we're here for. Every now
Yeah.
and again, we can try to be helpful and not just shoot the shit.
You want to have enough space to be able to get your arm to be able to do this, because you don't want to have to slide your arm in and then do this, all underwater.
You
That would
also
be a
want to,
pain in the butt.
if you do the Python at all, make sure you have enough room to manipulate that, because if you lose the ability to use the Python, you might as well give up fish keeping, in my humble opinion.
Oh my God. I didn't use the Python until like 3 years ago, and I can't believe how much life is easier. I
I'm
cavemaned
telling you.
for 45 years. 45 years I cavemaned. Well,
Yeah.
actually, no, that's not true. Um, I gave up cavemanning, I think, when I hurt my back, and I started doing a big trash can, fill it with water from the hose, from your sink
Yep.
hose, and then I would push it into the fish room and use a pump and pump the water directly into my tanks from there. And then it was already the right temperature and everything, and I didn't use prime. I didn't use any chemicals. I just did it all natural.
Huh.
I didn't start using prime till I started using the the Python.
I messed up when building my racks. Two of the tanks only have 5 inches to access inside. I wasn't thinking and forgot to split the difference because the tank above it has 7 inch gap. But I needed to build doors that swing up. It keeps moving around on me. Sorry about that, folks. It's hard to
Well,
read when it's moving.
I originally thought I was going to be hanging lights from the tops of all of mine. Here, I could share it again. Let me see. Percent.
Wait, then he says, "Wait, I thought it was me and maybe Geek that was here to cause trouble."
Okay, originally, see, there's Dee Dee way down here. See her
Oh,
little,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's too small for me to see, but I can recognize it.
but I was originally going to hang my lights up here, but I actually set them directly on top. So,
Yeah, that's what I do too. I was actually thinking about hanging them at this point to get them off the tank.
I'd like to get some type of clip or something that I can pick them up and put them on, so when I'm cleaning, I don't have to put
Yeah,
them behind the tank.
exactly.
See, like behind this tank, you see my bowl back there. That's when I clean my tanks, I use that bowl and I take it from tank to tank, and that's where I put my sponge filter.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But it looks terrible through the photo. I had to take the one photo with the bowl behind.
They
Oh
are the
well.
best, Chris. That is for sure.
I wish I could zoom in on this, but I can't.
And Nathan says
Oh
5
well.
inches is not enough. I have 2 tanks with a 5-inch gap, and I hate it. Winky says,
Yeah,
absolutely. Why do you think a huge posse of women who are going into a ladies' room at the same time? They're not going to check each other seems being straight. They're in there gossiping, criticizing. Yep, yep, yep. They got things to
yeah.
say and people to talk about.
I mean, and I'm not saying all women's are that way.
Just most of them,
I think
right?
most of all of our fish fan women are very nice women.
They are. I can personally
But
attest to the ones I've met.
I think that it's like the girls that are in the makeup community are probably the jerks.
This is for the nano tanks that are too small for a python. Ah, yes. I don't know what those are. I mean, I know what they are. I just don't have to deal with them.
I use a mini python for cleaning the bottom of my tanks. I love it. I just absolutely love it to death.
Me cause trouble? I'm offended. And Jenny says, geek, now you're a troublemaker and a liar. Up here's one for me. Whip, the other comment got deleted somehow. I built the rack. I built the rack that way because I needed to fit 3 55-gallon tanks on top of each other. Holy cow! That's a mountain or a wall of tank. I just
I have
forgot
a
to
nut.
split the difference and make each opening 6.5 inches.
Well, it's going to be tough because I've got racks that are built for it, but the top layer won't. If I do it, the top layer, I'd be literally right up against the wall. Because I've got 80-gallon tanks that are the same height as the 55s. So what I did was I just put 5-gallon tanks at the top, and I use those and I drop fry in there just to grow out quicker because it's warmer up by the ceiling anyway.
Sure, heat rises, the whole thing. Yeah.
I got to clean those all up and get them running again. I only have 2 running right now out of the 8 because I put all my fish in the tubs last year or in the summertime.
So he says, y'all haven't met me yet, so maybe not all the women are nice. Yeah, okay. I don't buy that for a
Well,
second.
we have to consider you a woman to consider you nice, and
Oh, wow.
I'm just teasing.
He
That
just said
sounded
that
pretty
out
terrible,
loud.
didn't it? Look, there's Danikin.
Kenny E's here, man. That's a rare thing. He's usually out
And
doing stuff.
Kenny's been in my fish room.
Yeah, he's one of the only, right?
Oh, look. Well, James has been in here. Look, there's percent. How do I do this again? I'm going to keep sharing this one photo that I took just 2 minutes ago. Because look, his sticker's at the bottom too.
Where's my sticker?
I got his sticker, Priscilla sticker, LRB, Bob Kaler, DD. Oh, I think this is Susan right here, and this is Oddball Aquatics.
You got an
But I
oddball?
have these. What?
I didn't. I haven't seen her. I mean, I've met her online, but I've yet to meet her. She was gone by the time I
Oh my gosh,
came
I've been
around.
to her house
Oh,
twice. Her tanks are immaculate. I think she has, what's that disease called when you can't handle a piece of dirt? OCD?
sure.
Is
I don't know.
what is OCD called, guys? I miss Priscilla too. Well, it's like if she sees a spot of dirt, she cleans it instantly.
Yeah,
So,
that's not me. I don't have
yeah.
that. I don't have that problem.
Oh, I wish I did. I'd probably be thin. But her tanks
Manage them
all
too
look
poorly.
like insane beautifulness. I have 333 longs stacked. Ooh, that's neat. I
Well,
don't
how
have
tall is
any
a 33?
33s. I've got a 40 long.
I have it.
I keep my Synodonis in my 40 long because I thought it'd be really cool to watch them swimming back and forth. They just stay in their cave until I drop food in there and then they come out. So yeah, all I got is 2 rainbow fish in there. I've got dwarf neon rainbows in there that their eggs were attached to something, a plant I bought, I guess, and I grew them out. And I have 2 dwarf neon tetras or neon rainbows.
Well, that's fun. That is harsh.
Oh man.
Geek says, "I miss Priscilla." I heard you say something about that. Is that the Priscilla that we know that she's from down by us, right? Somewhere, right? She's an artist.
Priscilla's in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
She's in Boulder area. But she's originally from Sweden or Switzerland. Oh gosh. Actually, I think it's Switzerland. Yeah, because her name was Swiss Aquatics, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't realize she was. I thought she was down south with you somewhere.
Nope. She dated TN Aqua for a little while, I guess, for a few months, and I don't know if they ever met though. They were like pen pal dates. But yeah, that was years ago.
Dee Dee said she definitely doesn't have OCD. I definitely don't either. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder, and yes, can manifest itself in a dirt or germophobia.
Well, just I wish I just had the cleanophobia ability.
Right. Yeah, without all the drama for everything else. Nathan says, I have a sticker. I have your sticker on my fish fam sticker wall. I want to cover the racks with them, but some don't stick.
Oh,
Oh,
I
to
had
the
to use
thing.
magnets. All mine come off. Mine are all magnets. So I just glued them to magnets. Now, okay, so I've been bad for like the last couple years. I've been sticking them to the back of my computer, which now I'm already regretting.
Have you ever owned these sassy gray striped balls of energy? No, I have not. I actually looked for them the last swap just to see if I could get them because they're a hybrid of what? For sure the
Uh,
convict and then the parrot
Convict,
and a parrot, I think.
or is it an electric blue Acara and a parrot and a convict?
Hmm.
Because it definitely has the convict. It definitely has a
Like
convict and a parrot in it, but I think it might also have an Acara in it. Electric blue Acara. Susie
huh.
Q was breeding them for a while.
Yeah. Skull, I have a slight case of that too. I wonder what he was saying. I skipped by him. I suffer from procrastination. Oh yes, I am crippled with that. Um, Nathan says got it from the ops section at Home Depot. I don't know what he got though.
Maybe a splinter.
Noel says I met Priscilla finally at a Boulder LFS before it closed.
That's cool.
Marie Marie
It's
Dean.
not cool that it closed, but
No.
I think she's at the Boulder Petco now. If you go there, you might be able to find her. She's a manager there.
Marie Dean
But
is a mod over at OFR. Yeah, that's so she's working at where is she working now?
I think she's the manager at a Petco in Boulder, Colorado.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Jeremy was wondering if she passed away. No, she just quit the YouTube thing or took a break or whatever she's doing.
Yep.
Sketty Nona.
Oh,
Yes, Sketty.
spaghetti.
She, as far as I know, she did not pass.
She did not pass.
Yeah, she just.
I could text her right now and ask her if she's alive. But then she might start talking to me, and
Yeah,
I haven't talked to her in a while, and it'll be difficult.
Yeah, I went and hung out with her at Exotic Aquatics when she worked there. That was from Geek Boy. So they all have interacted with her personally. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to have met her several times over the years, but things would come up and she never went to the different shows that I went to. That's all right.
Did Sketty, did you go live? Did I miss it? Thanks for joining live last night. What does that mean? You need to tell me. Did I miss the big show? Not that I know of Jeremy. She has had some health issues and does not hang around the streams like she used to. That's it.
I'm
I
gonna
was trying to remember the store name and my brain wasn't finding that file.
copy. Last night I went online to see if the P's were on and I didn't see them. So I didn't see anybody else live. So I wonder if I'm not subbed to
No,
Nonya.
I definitely am sub to her.
She hit, let's see.
If I knew how to do a second banner, I'd put my
Oh,
email up there, and you guys could just, if you guys want a sticker, I got stickers.
that's Joe.
I mean, I order them from Sticker Mule anytime that they offer them for $19 for 50. So I've got a stack of them now. And I have different kinds. Like I have this guy. Wee, wee.
I
And
need to get one of those.
And I have one of my old ones. And then these
I'm
newer
looking for a
ones.
name, and look, I just keep looking at all these spaghettis.
Are you spelling it right?
Well, the first thing that came up, I thought was her, and I said, "Oh, I am sub to her," but then I realized it's actually June's. You see, I clicked right here, but it goes to June's. This is where is this her? Well, it says only Oscars right here, but Sketinonia right here. But I'm gonna hit like, but I'm subbed and ring the bell on this one.
Skull says it's a parrot breed with a bred with a convict. So it is parrot and convict.
How do they get the blue in there? Is there also some electric blue Akara in there too?
She works at the Petco in Longmont. Hey, Gabriel. I know you like Gabriel better than Gabe. I know that, and yet I still called you Gabe. Sorry, buddy. Hope you're well today.
Do that too to people. I'm really bad about shortening people's names.
Me
There are
too.
so many spaghetti.
I've tried to shorten your name, but it's impossible.
Well, you could call me E
Eh.
or D.
Or duh.
Yeah.
Good reason to travel a road trip to Longmont.
Any way to
Go.
shorten my name lengthens it.
I need to do another video. Maybe tomorrow I'll do an update on the tanks. It's a good idea. Uh-oh. What is it? What? Hey, unfortunately, my beloved blood parrots have never been able to give me any parrot grandchildren, but I have hope for slightly bonkers polar blues.
Ooh.
I don't know much about blood parrots, but I believe a lot of them are sterile.
Yeah, a lot of them are like mules.
Yeah, where
Just
ones
like
like the hybrids can't breed.
I mean, there's definitely a lot that can, but I think that that's one that has a hard time breeding.
Did I miss price tag come in? No, it was on another. Oh, I got you. That's sorry. She's answering my question that I forgot I asked. She was over on Price Tag Joe's.
Somebody made a video of feeding their doll spaghetti, and it has 17 million views. Who would spend who would watch this for 17 million views? Oh. Well,
I need some stickers. Yep, just
yeah,
email
I
me.
can't
It's
find it.
the real whipsworld at gmail.com. The real whips dot world. Don't forget the dot. If you forget the dot, I don't know where that's going to go.
Oh,
Just
you know what we ought to do is make Zen pop a link, and then I don't have to search for it. Then just do this and pop a link. Pop it.
at gmail.com.
Well, whoops, I'm not even at the bottom of the page. Maybe she did pop it.
Yep. Just send me an email with your address and I'll get you a couple. No problemo. Whip is the email listed in yeah, well, it was until I yelled at Maddie for something I did. I may not even be there anymore.
Oh. My question was Stephen P on last night? Because I
No,
didn't get a
he
notification or
he
anything,
did
or
not
it was.
go.
Oh,
Um,
I was
he
bored last night.
he posted something on I think the community page where he just wanted to take a break. And I
Gosh
was
darn
gonna
it!
go live, but then I thought, maybe I'd just sneak one in there real quick because I was working today and I wasn't sure I'd be able to get here in time. Um, so I'm like, well, maybe I could just go Friday instead. And then I talked to Jeremy from Aquarium Domain
Mm-hmm.
instead. So he called me
That's
and
cool.
we just yammered on for a while. Hey, there. Speaking of Steven, there he is right there. Pretty
That is
sure I got a
awesome.
whip sticker with no kneecap damage.
Nice.
Steven says that reminds me I should make magnets out of all my stickers I've accumulated. I don't know how to do that either. There's so many things I don't know how to do.
It's so you can buy these flat magnets at Walmart that have a sticker on one side, and so you peel it and then you stick it and then you just take scissors to it because it's so thin. Super easy. I used to do it on my show when James and I first started. It was probably on James's show, not even my show, before mine, and I would just cut magnets of whoever mailed me their magnets that week.
Shady Grady, Jeremy saying hello to all stickers welcome on my plushies hat and cape.
You know who has a lot of stickers? Is Bizwizzle. His whole freaking wall is covered in them. It's amazing.
Who is this?
Bizwizzle, Brandon,
Oh yeah,
he's got like 58,000 stickers. I didn't know there was that many YouTubers.
Skull thinks that the blue comes from because it's a King Kong parrot that well, that doesn't make sense because those are huge. Are the polar blues big? They're not big, are they? They're convict size.
No, I think they're actually kind of a small guy.
Yeah, but whatever. It could be coming from them because they come in all kinds of wacky colors. Stephen Zen, I did let Lillian help one time, but it wasn't up to my OCD standards. Hi, Shady. Steven, it's easy to make magnets.
Shady, Shady Grady, King of the Wild Frontier.
Ben Sharp is here from Lake Missoula Aquatics. Missoula. Hey,
Is
she
that in
did it. Look
Missouri?
at that. Oh, she beat me to it. I typed it out too.
She's pretty fantastic.
She is. She gives herself a hard time, but she's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Hi, Jenna.
Hiya, Jenna. I don't see Jenna, but I'm just saying it because you said
Pretty
it.
easy to buy adhesive magnet sheets and decently sharp scissors. Yes, but I mean, could you imagine? I don't know if you could see. I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't want to cut all around that. That seems like work.
Well, you could put it on a circle, like a round piece of paper or something, and then stick that to the magnet and cut it.
Yeah, and then you just have a round one like this one. Like
Yeah.
this, it would work fine for this.
Yeah, that looks like a hockey puck.
Yeah, I don't have anything white backdrop.
Winky, I'm looking for Spaghetti Nonia's page or channel, rather.
He's got another job for you, isn't he?
Well, I didn't call Zenny, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, Oinky's
that was the
one of the
Oinky.
top mods on the YouTube format. I'm sure she can find it.
It's
J
hard
Rock
because there's a
says
lot of spaghettis.
I had glowfish food on my review list today. I noticed it had niacin in it. I've never heard of that before, but apparently it's good for fish. Niacin is what makes hot Cheetos hot. Really? That's interesting.
It does.
Price Tag Joe had Mexicali. Oh yeah, I watched that. It was on while I was talking to Jeremy.
The niacin is the same thing you can find in paprika to help make reds and oranges and yellows pop.
I hear
in
you.
fish.
I didn't have the volume on though because I couldn't listen to two things at once. So.
Oh, you couldn't hear me just now?
No, I heard you.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that Skull said Price Tag Joe had Mexicali on last night, and I just assumed that was Mexicali's show with Joe on it, but nope.
Oh, I wish I would have. I didn't see a thing for that either.
Yeah, it was
that
on.
around 10 o'clock?
Maybe. I'll be honest with you. I talked to Jeremy for a stupid long amount of time. I have never talked to anybody on the phone for 4.5 hours before, but I did that yesterday with Jeremy.
Holy cow! Well,
4.5
Oinky went to
hours.
sleep, or Oinky took a nap early last night, so that I was gonna watch some YouTube, but nobody was there, so I don't know what I did.
Janice said we didn't go live because we thought Ed wouldn't be there because he was busy. Now it's all on you, buddy.
I know. I should have been
Voice check,
busy. I
Joe.
even thought about I was going to go see Venom, the movie, but the latest showing I could find was 11 o'clock, and it was like 10 o'clock, and I didn't think I could get there in time because it was like an hour drive. And it would really suck if it was sold out when I got there.
I miss you and James doing streams. Yeah, James was he was almost back there for a minute. He started making rounds. I even saw him on a live stream, somebody's live stream. He was up on the panel, and now he hasn't been around again.
Nuts.
As Zenny says, it's in most B vitamin supplements. It's good for you.
I could sure go for some of those Flintstone vitamins right now.
Benjamin Peters. I went right past you, bud. Hey, buddy.
Benjamin.
I'm so close to the bottom, I just can't get there.
You are.
Oinky says, "Oh, holy hell! How can 3 squirrels on the roof create such a racket?" Are you at home or are you at the other place where you have to sleep in a tub and the rats are waking you up in the middle of the night? Maybe they're battling it out.
Sometimes my sunroof, the squirrels will jump in there, and my dad has a cover over the sunroof so the leaves don't get in there, and the squirrels run through it like a hamster tube, and that makes a lot of noise. These stupid squirrels are big.
Steven says he's going to try it on a whip sticker for sure. Cut my head right clean off. Mike's got to run. See you later, buddy. Sorry if you're
Hey,
already
Mike.
gone.
I hope I beat you tomorrow in baseball or football. I don't know if I play him or not, but if I do, I hope I beat you. I hope I beat Mrs. Metalhead too if I play her. I need to destroy her.
Rubber cement is nice because you can remove it. Well, that's the whole point of the magnet too, right? I mean, you can move them around. I've only got 3 magnets. I got one of oh crap, I forget the name of his. He's got 3 different channels. He's our dungeon master. Is it Degenerate Fish Keeper? No, what is his newest
Depth
version of
unknown.
himself? What?
Depth
Depth
unknown.
Unknown. Right.
Yep.
God dang, my
Jason.
brain just doesn't work. Yep, and then I've
Oh
got
my gosh, John McKenzie's here.
no way.
Way. He spells his name the correct way too. Jon. That's
the
how I
correct
learned
one?
because my best friend John Isaacson, when I was in kindergarten, spelled his name Jon. So I spelt John Jon my whole life until I found out that there's like the Bible version with the H. So it really wasn't my whole life, but for about 2 years. The most important part of my life, the part that I really enjoyed.
They've gone in chat. They've gone down the vitamin B rabbit hole. It would seem.
I think I had to take vitamin, I don't know if it was B or D when I had all my nerve damage in my back because they said that it really helped nerve growth. So I took it for about a year and they told me I could stop taking it because nothing else would grow back, which sucked. Did Zen pop a link?
Over 200 subs now.
There it is. Bam. Let's see.
And she can't
Oh
figure out how to
no.
post anything anymore.
Here we go.
What are we
And look,
doing?
she's got a flagfish on there. And I'm hitting the bell.
So you weren't subbed.
I was not.
Wow, that's just rude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, she uses Instagram mostly anyway. So Vino's here. Hey, Vino.
Look, here she is feeding alligators.
Well, that looks fun.
Yeah, those gators look like they're hungry too.
When aren't they?
I don't know. When they're full.
There's
There she is
cayenne.
feeding it. Oh, she's tricking it that time. Oh, that time she just threw it at it. It bounced off the side of its head. Oh well. If you guys want to go check out Spaghetti Nonia feeding alligators, go to her channel and give her a sub and tell
There
her
you
she's
go.
awesome.
She
And I'm
is
going to give it a
awesome.
thumbs up.
Steven says cayenne is an anti-dog digging under the fence pepper.
We used to put it in our bird seed to keep the squirrels from eating it, but I don't know if it worked.
I know it works for some animals. I try to remember. Rack was talking about. He like soaks his seed in some kind of pepper to keep the. Was it a bear that was trying to drag his feeders away once? I think it was.
Yeah, well, he had a bunch of problems. If you want, I could see if Rack will join us next Saturday.
Yeah. There he is, John McKenzie. How you doing, buddy?
I just got a new shark shirt yesterday. I got it on Etsy. It was less than $3. I was thinking I could throw away my whole wardrobe and just buy 20 of these shark shirts and just be the shark shirt guy. And everybody would think I was always wearing the same shirt, but it was just the next shirt. Like people at Walmart would think I was homeless because they'd always see me in the same shirt.
there's that guy wearing that same shirt again.
There's that guy. Should we just give him one of the clearance t-shirts?
DJ's been doing water changes. It looks like he needs to catch his breath.
I gotta do some water changing too today.
Getty's joke of the day: what do psychos hang on in doorways for Christmas? Mistletoes. But
I don't think I'm gonna use that one.
whose cats are she feeding to the gators?
Dude, cats beat up gators. Have you seen any of those videos?
I have. It makes me so damn nervous when I see that. I am hovering over the click to the next video if I see that a furry is going to get taken down by a damn gator.
Well, okay, so cats have higher reflexes than reptiles. How the hell am I able to catch my cats?
Because they're domesticated and
So
they
my cats
trust
are just
you.
dumb.
They
Oh,
they
okay.
trust you.
Nico's just sleeping down by my feet right now.
Chris Ladd is back and he says, "My flagfish killed everything in his tank except for his lady."
Yep.
Well, that doesn't sound fun. I mean, most people go to the flagfish and the tetras and whatnot because they don't want to deal with the aggression of cichlids, and then they get that.
Flagfish are huge fin nippers. I had one destroy a betta. It made me feel like poop for so long. Actually, I bet the whole squad, I bet it was like piranhas on him because I had like 12 flagfish in this tank. And when I came, because I thought I'll put this big, pretty white betta in there with all the flagfish. When I came back, it was just a body.
Just a body? Yeah.
And he was alive, just like, you know how they used to pull guys' arms and legs off? That's what it was like. It was horrible. I hated it so much. Oh, I hated it.
Zenny is reprimanding you. She says, "Hey, I was trying to get get the link to Whip's email, then the stream they were referencing, and it took me a minute to get to the channel link. Don't sound so surprised."
Yeah.
Zenny
It was
posted a link?
made me feel so bad. But from what I understand, is you're supposed to have 3 girls to every 1 boy when it comes to flagfish to disperse fighting. But I don't know. I would see one dominant flagfish boy swimming above all the rest of the clan, and all the rest would stay below him. And then he would beat up challengers. So I don't even know if that 1-3 rule even works.
Geek wants to know why you would want to have nothing but San Jose Shark shirts.
No.
No.
But, you know, I was talking about my friend Jason Stanley earlier. I took him to a Chiefs game when we were in high school. We drove up to Kansas City to watch the Chiefs play San Diego. So the San Jose Sharks had just became a hockey team. And so he was a rich kid and he had his brand new hockey jersey, Sharks shirt on. And he was walking up with nachos in this hand and a big old pop in this hand. And he tripped on the stairs and it all went all over his jersey. And this old lady said, "Watch your steps, son." Oh, it was hilarious. It was the greatest thing ever. Oh my
Thanks.
God. Because I went with a bunch of other guys and we all just laughed so hard. And we were all Chiefs fans. It was great. And so then he had to go down to the bathrooms and clean up his expensive jersey. But their minor league club was in Kansas City. The Kansas City Blades was San Jose's minor league club for nearly a decade with the IHL, but they were having better crowds than the NHL, and they started paying players more in the IHL. So the NFL or the NHL went half after them hard and made the whole league fold. It really sucked.
Sketty's right there with you. She wore only men's white T-shirts for years. It was so easy to get dressed.
I bet you got a lot of attention in rainstorms.
Right? Yeah.
Just saying.
White white T-shirts. I know the boys like them, especially on women. You can feed the pigs at Bass Pro in Melbourne, Florida, but they don't swim. That's much closer.
We don't have pigs in Branson. Well, they do in Branson, I'm sure, somewhere. But I meant at the headquarters of Bass Pro. Is it Springfield or Branson? Maybe it's actually Springfield, Missouri.
I know Springfield definitely has a Bass Pro.
Okay, that's the two cities are so close to each other. I always get them mixed up because I would basically go to both cities every time I went.
Shady said, "Didn't you watch that beta for a little while?"
I put him in there, and as soon as I walked out of the room, they like mobbed him.
Yeah, but he lived for a little while after that, right?
Oh, I put him in a 5-gallon medical bucket with salt, and he died the next day.
Uh,
So yeah, it sucked. But I mean, I could have put him in a different tank, but like Rack, he was really on going back to Rack about putting fish into 5-gallon medical buckets because they're kind of dark and fish, are less stressed in the dark, and you can add salt to it easier and an air stone, and it just makes it easier. And he just didn't last. It was really sad. let's see. I had a male and 3 females. Whoops.
No, I put it back.
He got some tetras and a Cory before I moved. Whoa, he killed a Cory? Moved him to another tank. Well, maybe yeah, I keep them by themselves. It's crazy. Then 2 extra females died within a week. Now just 2 hang out alone. Wow. It might have been just dumb luck that the 2 females died. I don't know, or maybe they just made him mad. But they are the best algae eaters in the world. I had a tank that had completely covered in hair algae, and one of the males had started beating up one of the other males, so I pulled that male out so he would heal up, and I just threw him in that tank with all that hair algae. It was like spinach and Popeye, literally. I mean, it was crazy. He got healthy so fast. I left him and he ate everything in there in about 3 days. I couldn't believe how much he ate in that amount of time. But I left him in there for a couple weeks so he grew back his fins and everything. And I put him in with the other fish and he killed the guy who beat him up. So all I did was give him basically steroids to kill the other guy. What you get? Maybe he was the old Mustafa or whatever, the old king, and he got beat up by the new guy. And then I rescued him and put him back in, and he beat up the new guy. I don't know if it was the new guy beating up the old guy or the old guy. Nevertheless, all I did was heal him up to kill the other guy. And he really enjoyed being in that 20 long by himself, eating everything. And I really I like flagfish, just they have to be by themselves. Maybe a pleco. I didn't know that they would go after a Cory cat. That's really surprising. So, yeah, crazy. But I guess just plecos. I've seen them in at the Tennessee Aquarium. They keep the dwarf pygmy sunfish with the sunfish or with the flagfish. So the dwarf pygmies must be tougher than the flagfish because they don't get messed with. But they're bigger. The dwarf pygmies are like that big, and the other ones are like that big. And I was doing this space inside my fingers. I'm not they're that big.
Mickum showed up. Just been cleaning my Apisto Colandari tank. And Salvinia covered everything. Salvinia. I don't know if that's a plant or if that's an algae, but had to reduce them
Salvinia?
so my sword plants would survive. Yeah, Salvinia.
Do you know what red root floaters are?
Yeah.
I believe it's like that, but it doesn't have red roots.
Oh. Nathan says that's cool. If I ever hit that area. Oh, they're talking about feeding the pigs.
Might whip. Not whip. Kenny.
Kenny,
I read what Kenny said, and then I said wet.
We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
I miss talking football on Friday nights with Kenny, man. It was so much fun talking football.
Yeah, not even that was on. So I'm like, there's literally nothing on until I ran across what's his name's man, it went right out of my head already.
I had to explain TV to my mom and dad last night because my mom didn't realize that if it had a little yellow purse next to it on Prime, that meant you had to pay for it. And so she, I guess, watched a whole bunch of these stupid Hallmark type movies and was paying for them all and got them all on their credit card. So I told her what was free and what, gosh, I keep hiccuping, what was free and what wasn't free.
See if that works.
Yep.
Skitty says she got hers from Aquatic Arts, and they were tank bred by them. I don't know what. Oh, flagfish, right?
That's cool. They're pretty neat when they start mating because they look like World War II airplanes attacking each other because they kind of fly. They swim up and they do spins chasing each other, and it just looks like a dogfight or something to me. I thought it was pretty cool.
And Sylvania's bumpy.
Yeah, I've had it before, but mine didn't last. I don't know what the deal was with my Salvinia. Wait, I keep trying to type this on my phone to show you, but I could do it on my computer. But it's like a red root floater, like small like that.
You haven't shared it yet.
I know, I'm trying to get it to paste. Oh, there it goes. And enter. Yeah, it's always on the wrong side.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm trying. But it's
While you're
smaller
doing
than
that,
frog bit.
Oinky says, thus far, red root floaters do terrible in my water. When Joanna told me she has a hard time with them too, I was relieved. Anytime anything goes wrong, I always blame myself first. There it is.
There it is. But it's like a little bitty floater. Oh, I think that's frog bit. Go to the new one. Oh,
You didn't
I
give me
know
any.
I'm sharing it. I'm sharing the wrong one. Let me see. Stop sharing. Percent. I didn't know that I had to.
To work. I think
I
the
thought it would
Gouramis
just.
and Bettas breeding is cool looking. You just don't put them in the same tank. Those two species do not get along.
But yeah, it's like bigger than duckweed, but about the same size as a red root floater, smaller than a frog bit. It helps. That's probably terrible for me to explain it that way. I don't know.
Why? I don't know. Look,
I don't know.
that seems right.
Okay, let's see if I can get it close. Nope, it doesn't pop up close up. Here, I'll share it differently. I don't understand why it's not letting me go from place to place. Like just the
Nathan
next.
Nathan says no Hallmark movie should have to be paid for to watch. They should pay us to watch them. They're so cheesy.
Oh my gosh, and they're all the same. They're all directed by the same guy.
Yeah,
That
right.
Do you remember who Michael Landon was from Little
Yeah,
House on the Prairie?
yep. And with the angel one, Touched by an
Yeah,
Angel.
what his son directs all the Hallmark movies, and they're all exactly the same. It's always the two people falling in love, and then one of the people, it's either the boy or the girl, doesn't matter which, sees the other one hugging their sister or their best friend or their ex-wife that just said they're going to be able to see their kid again or something, but the other one always thinks, oh, he's going to her or he's going to she.
Yep.
It's always the same in the last 15 minutes, and it's like, why can't they just get rid of that part? Or I was just hugging my best gay friend in the world because the guy came down from New York to celebrate Christmas because they don't have Christmas in New York or something. And she hugs the gay guy, and then her new boyfriend gets all jealous and runs away and says he's going to move back to Montana.
That's pretty much every movie ever made.
Well,
Romantic wise.
all the hallmarks at
For
least.
sure,
It's
Hallmark, yeah.
unbelievable.
Oiki says Sylvinia looks like mini pods clustered together like grapes. Geek says Sylvinia minima equals duckweed maxima. Mickham says Sylvinia reproduce and grow with linking systems like in chains, so they are easy to control, almost velvet on top side, so they may rot if too wet or not thriving. Mine do well in tanks with wood roots.
This is what mine looked like. Well, whoops. Looked more like this. But it is true. I like how they're all linked together, and it does make it easier. But that's kind of red root floaters are linked together too. Yeah, maybe they look more like this. I don't know. But you can see all the duckweed in the middle there. So you can see how if you compare it to the duckweed, this isn't as big as a frog bit. This is smaller than a dime. This guy's smaller than a dime, and the frog bit's about the size of a quarter.
Yeah. Zenny in all caps says there are at least 8 to 10 different plots. Lay off Hallmark.
Yeah, they're either in the city, in the country, in the mountains, in the vineyard, on a beach. There's 8 different locations, I think she meant to say.
Or male or female. That's
Or
you know,
or the girl falls in love with the prince of Anvil, or some fake city that or country in Europe that just speaks perfect English with an English accent. Anavilia or something. I don't know. We ought to give them some, these names of plants. They could use them as the city names.
Nathan says Skitty and everyone that's Christmas related. Skitty and everyone that's Christmas related are all the same. Girls love boy, boy breaks girl's heart, then wins girl back to make a happy Merry Christmas.
Sometimes it's the other way around, though.
Yep, sometimes it's the other way.
And sometimes it's a little son or a daughter that says, "Gosh, Mom, you do know that you're in love with him, don't you?" And then she goes, "I am." And then by then he's already given up.
All floating plants are great for scooping and throwing away as a fun fish room routine.
Gosh.
Stephen, I am going to never throw away the duckweed because it's the only thing that lives in my and actually reproduces. What started off with like a few little, leaves has covered the entire 40-gallon tub. So I'm keeping it. I have to take the wins where I can get it.
I'm going to start buying more sharks, and I'm going to put sharks in all my tanks. Oh, and when I say sharks, I mean the filter sharks.
Yeah.
And just shoot the water across the top to just start to destroy it.
I am getting pissed about the whole shark thing. I have bought 2. I bought the first one, the first rendition that's round. It's like a tube. I am going to stop doing that right now before somebody says something weird. But it's a round tube, and it had suction cups. Suction cups quit sucking in about 3 days, and then it was just kind of floating around in there. So I took it out and I threw it in the guppy mosh pit thing over there. Credit goes to Stephen for guppy mosh pit. And then I bought the small, newer version of the Shark Pro, which is square, and he's supposed to use a magnet. And the dumb magnet's not strong enough to pull height, and it just floats away. I'm like, God damn, what the hell do I have to do?
I wonder if it's because you bought the small one, because I bought the large one and it works fine on my 75.
Has to
I
be.
love it.
It's just not meant for, because it's a 35 gallon and it's meant to do 37 gallons. You know, the small one. It says right on the box. 37 US gallons, up to 37 US gallons. So I
I
figured,
just
well, this is 35, but it's rimless, so it's a little bit thicker glass than you would get on a regular tank. And I went to stick them together, and nope, that sure won't work.
Did you spin the magnet around to make sure you weren't doing positive to positive?
Yep, because it wasn't pushing away. It kind of wanted to grab it, but it just didn't have the gumption.
Wow, well that's terrible. Mine works great, and I put it in my 75, the big one, and it wiped all the duckweed out. So that's why I just wanted to. I was hoping that I could find them at that uh Petco. Oh, I
General.
looked for your. Did you want the whale canister?
Yeah, that's
They
the five.
only have the small whales left,
That's what
and
because it's getting around that these things are like $47, and that's not
well,
even me playing with the number 47. I mean, it was literally $47.
they were all gone. They don't have any in Chattanooga by the time I found out about the deal. But they had
Mm.
the small whales, but they were 109 still. They never took them off the put them in discount.
Raisin. You'll have to spell that out phonetically for me, buddy. I have
Raisin.
so much raisin. I have so much frog bit. It just grows like crazy. I need to purge a bunch of it from time to time. Yeah, that won't grow for me. No, not frog bit. I have never tried frog bit. I tried the red root floaters, and they just disappear.
Yeah, red root floaters I have no luck with, but frogbit does well. Um it just does. I don't know why.
Zenny says, oh, all right, I'm not going to lie. That was a pretty good impression of the last one I watched. Then
I don't know what that means, but
when you
oh,
did your play-by-play of all Hallmark.
well, okay, I have seen my fair share of those things because my dad and I we try to support my mom, especially during football season, because we watch football 3 days a week. Basically 4 days because my dad watches it during Thursday night also. So we've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now my dad's watching it on Thursdays. So we try to watch a Hallmark like on Tuesdays. And it is so painful, but I do it. I've been doing it now for like 4 years and it's like,
Doing it for
oh,
mom, right?
I hate these things. I play a lot of games on my phone.
Steven says you can alter the plot by turning off the movie right before they fall in love. Oh, you guys are so good. Oinky says there's never any airport security on the Hallmark Channel. The way those fools run in through the gates without getting tackled or arrested 5 minutes before the girl is flying back home. Yeah.
You know what? That's how it is in Chattanooga. So maybe they're just in little bitty airports. It is so weird in Chattanooga.
Oh, see,
I mean,
DJ's wife is back in Zenny. They watch it to de-stress. Always end up happy.
that's good. I I like watching ones with Candace. What's her name? Candace Bure. I met her a few times in St. Louis. She was
Who's
on
this?
Full House. She was
Ah,
the oldest girl on Full House, and I hated her on Full House. But she was a real cool chick at the Blues with the Blues because she was the wife of Valerie Bure, and I used to take photos of the blues players at the different charity
oh,
events
okay,
we
yeah,
had.
yeah.
But she wasn't considered a celebrity at that time because she was just a kid celebrity and everybody forgot about her. So I'd talk to her a couple times and she was always so nice. you know? But now he retired from hockey. She got back into movies and she does a lot of those Hallmark movies. And I enjoy her movies. It's kind of cool to see like it seems like a normal person making movies, but I guess she was actually a child actor, so she was a real person, or she was a real person. She was an actor at one time too. But like in her late 20s and 30s, when I was working with the blues, she was just nice. She just seemed like a normal person. She seemed just like Zen.
Hmm. Mickham says, I often use floating plants in tanks where I don't have stem plants. They use the nutrition which algae would use. After a while, I can just scoop some out and change a bucket of water every 2 weeks, every second week.
Yeah. Well, floating plants do a better job because they don't have to worry about living underwater. They
Right.
get both benefits. So it's a lot easier for them to suck it all out. Like duckweed is like considered the best or the most powerful plant in the world. If we would start making ethanol from duckweed, it would be so much better than making it from corn or soybeans. It's so much more efficient. It's crazy and it grows so much faster and it pulls so much out of the water so fast.
That's another reason
Duckweed.
why I keep it in there because those guppies. I mean, there's got to be 1,000 guppies in that bin. And I never do water
Now,
changes on it because it's on the ground. There's no.
duckies, guppies will eat the dead duckweed. Like if you don't do a water change for a while or any type of, and then you put water in there and there's like dead ones around the side, they'll eat it off the glass.
Oh, really?
And if you don't feed them for a while, they'll eat the roots of it. So it's like a backup food for them. But I don't know why they don't eat it while it's green.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely aren't. I mean, that is a carpet of green in there.
As soon as it's dead, they'll eat it, but they won't eat it alive. Maybe it has a bad taste or something.
Hey, Johnny No Shoes is here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy,
And Tank
Tank
Girl.
Girl, what a great game! Tank Girl for the longest time was my favorite movie, probably through my early 20s.
Then he says,
I loved it.
plus, that's not all that's on Hallmark. I just watched The Haunted Wedding, which may have followed the same guidelines, but was spooky and Halloween related. Dang it.
Well, my mom enjoys that TV series that's on there that they're all a bunch of Canadians from like the 1900s. Maybe it's the 1800s. They're all like cowboy. There's a Mountie. There's a whole bunch of them. They're all beautiful people for that time frame. It's pretty amazing.
Right.
They look like soap opera people, but they're all like cowboys and everything.
I was made fun of the QVC, then saw how much they sell a year. Yeah. You know that
Yeah,
whole beautiful people thing. I still laugh at that because um, I've been to the beach and I watched back in the day in the '90s you'd watch Baywatch, and everybody, guys and girls. I mean, they're all just like nothing but eights and tens out there on the sand. And then you go to the beach yourself and you're looking around and you're like, damn, reality is more like Jaws. You remember Jaws in the beach scenes where everybody's old and fat?
yep. Well, it's reality.
Right.
But I guess I'd been to the beach enough growing up that I knew what it was like. I don't know. I got There was one summer that my mom and dad we went down to Disney. We were going to go to Disney for a couple of days, but mom got a condo on the beach for a couple days also. And I got so burned on my back and arms, I couldn't lay in bed. It was terrible. So my mom was like, "Well, wear a t-shirt because it was the next day to go swimming, out in the ocean, have fun." It's like, yeah. And so I wore a t-shirt. I got a jellyfish stuck in my shirt and burned my whole front of I had like these squiggle lines all over my front of my body from a
Oh,
jellyfish burning
no.
me. So I literally had to sleep like sitting like this because I couldn't lay out forward or on my back or on my sides. But the jellyfish burns only lasted, I think, like, I don't know if they even lasted 48 hours. It was pretty quick. But
Well, if you
when it
would have had
happened,
your
it
buddy
sucked.
John with no age, he could have peed on you and it would have gone away right away.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have John there.
So Mickham says, doesn't cryptic, I don't know how to say the whole thing, or whatever that other one is, Angustifolia,
Oh,
work okay in your tanks? They are hardy as hell, perhaps worth a try. No fish seems to eat it. You'd have to ask Stephen exactly what kind of crip he sent me, but it definitely did not live.
what
In
about
fact,
Anubias?
Anubias doesn't die, but it does not grow. Like I've got an Anubias plant in there that's probably 5 years old. It has not sprung. As far as I
Do you
know, it has not
squirt
grown
the,
at all.
do you squirt fertilizer in there?
Um, I have the aquarium co-op. I put tabs in from time to time, but there's a lot of fish in there. And
What
most other than Corey, Corey's like the fish poop isn't enough, but everybody else seems to think that fish poop is plenty. And I'm like, well,
I don't. I every time I do a water change, I do 2 squirts of that easy green,
yeah.
and my Anubis grows like insane, or Anubias. It goes all over the place. It grows out of the tank.
I'm
So,
sure once I get somewhere where the water is normal, I won't have nearly so many problems.
but I have had more negatives with root tabs, with hair algae and other things. I don't do root tabs. I hate them. But this the easy green ferts, and I mean, and Nubius is going to be doesn't grow into your dirt, so the root tabs are going to do nothing for the Anubias. So
Well, I
just
did plant
pulling it
them,
from the water.
so
Oh, you planted them?
yeah, maybe that's
Oh,
my problem.
yeah. Pull them out. They're probably having a hard time breathing.
I mean, I didn't put the rhizome down under the gravel, but I did put the roots down.
No.
So I don't know.
Right. Just take a rock, take any rock, drop one bit of glue on it, and stick them on there and then drop it, and they're going to get big. Don't worry about any soil at all with those guys. It's the only plant I'm good with. Well, I say that. I'm also good with a couple others, but yeah.
Mikamai even sent him Elodia. Oh, he must have said what the crip was. I missed it, but yeah.
I'm not good with crypts myself. I have one type of crypt that grows, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, nothing lived. I mean, even the stuff I thought was going to maybe live, that outside in Kyle gave me at Aquashella, because it was actually holding on for a little minute, and I'm like, oh, maybe we found one because these local waters, and maybe it's used to this water. Nope, it just died slower.
I can grow Val like crazy too.
That's what this was. It was Vale, is what he gave me. And I think Stephen gave me a jungle veil of some kind because it was long, wide, almost like a long version of crabgrass.
I've tried Daphne a couple times. Skull Aquatic said I'd love to try Brain Trip or Daphnia, and I've got Daphnia to just die. I can't get it to grow. I fed it spirulina and everything, and just couldn't do it.
I've got lots of light. I mean, I've got the aquarium co-op. Geez, the aquarium co-op light is on that. Um, so, and there's, like I said, you don't see them so much, but there are a crap ton of fish in there. I mean, there's got to be close to 15 cories alone, plus 6, 8 of the electric blue acara. There's um, what are the little cherry barbs? There's some serpe tetra in there. There's the ghost knife that's 12 inches long. There's a fire eel in there that's close to 12 inches long. A half a dozen bristlenose that are pooping all the time. A rainbow shark. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff in there. There's several different kinds of catfish in there that I never see because they just hide all the time.
Now,
So,
Dee Dee just said I could not grow val, guppy grass, or moss until I got an RO system.
yes, and
You know
I'm
what?
working on that. I am going to get an RO system just to see. I mean, I'm not going to spend a crap ton of money on it until I know it will work. But because here's my problem. The reason why I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet is because this tank right over here behind the cactus, right here, right there. That's the 35-gallon rimless I was talking about that won't have the thing stick there. Um, that is bottled water from the grocery store, like spring water. So, I mean, theoretically, I'm not using my water in that tank, and nothing lives over there either. So, maybe my thumbs are just black, like my heart.
Well, those are like the plants that are in my wheelhouse. So, but my water comes out at 7.2. Maybe her water was like a lot harder. What's
Each
your
his
water come
own.
out
For which one? Which?
at? Out of your tap?
Yeah, but which reading are you looking for?
No. Oh,
Hardness?
your pH. Yeah.
It's in the eights, like 8.2, 8.4.
Wow. That is super, super hard. Weird. I have an RO system and a CO2 system that I haven't used yet. Oh yeah, look it. She was saying 8.4 is hers. So mine must just be like perfect for those same plants that she was saying.
This is less believable than a Hallmark movie. Easier for catfish and other to eat, I mean. Yeah. That might be part of the problem too. Maybe it's not the water, maybe it's the fish that are in there that are just destroying the plant. But in
Well,
the
not your Anubias.
right, and they're not killing it, but they're not letting it thrive. There's also, I have bought so many sword plants, probably 15 sword plants over the last 5 years. One has not died. And when I say not died, I mean it's exactly the same size as the day I bought it. It's about this tall, you know, and hasn't grown at all. It grows because when I first got it, it got covered in algae, and it had like this black velvet over top of the leaves. That was kind of a little bit wavy, a little bit furry, and that has since fallen off, and it's green now, but it still doesn't grow. So, unless that particular brand of or breed of Amazon sword is a shorty, which could be, I guess, maybe, but um, just doesn't make sense to me.
I
Not
can't
so
wait
much
till hers
light, but it's
comes.
definitely a nutrient hog. So maybe that was part of the issue too.
Oh, I wonder which fish he was or which plant he was talking about.
Not enough nutrients, maybe. because I'm not dosing. I mean, I do dose, but I don't dose probably enough. If that's the problem, I just assumed that all those fish in there were, especially with the pleca. I said all they do is poop.
Hey, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button because it would
Yeah,
go really far for Whip to become a superstar.
I'm thinking about doing because I probably will never hit 1,000. I mean, I've pretty
Yeah,
much
you
maxed out
will.
all my friends here on YouTube.
Oh,
um, what if I were to do PayPal, but like what does Ben Ochart do? Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, I thought about doing a Patreon, and then just whatever money I make, I just put right back into the channel. I don't know. I don't. It
You can
feels like I'm
try it.
begging for money at that point.
Right now, I'll just tell you though, I think the economy is really hurting everybody in the fish hobby.
I don't doubt that.
So you
It'll be
may,
better in a
I
couple
mean,
months.
yeah, I hope so. I think I'm at about half of where I was last year when it comes to donations and stuff, but I don't try working very hard to get them either,
Yeah, and I wouldn't either.
But
I mean, it just feels weird.
yeah,
But like
but
every
I've
once
just,
in a while,
I
somebody will
talked,
send something to my PayPal account, and I'm like, "How the hell
oh,
did
that's
you get
awesome. That's
that?"
awesome. It just, some people get really depressed when they aren't making much, and stuff. And it's just a bad time right now. And I was kind of talking about it in our stream on Thursday, how it just goes up and down, and we need our fish hobby to go way up. I wish Petco and PetSmart would do a better, excuse me, gosh, I keep burping, would do a better job of promoting our hobby. And if you're in a fish club, which you probably aren't because you're here, I find that a lot of people in fish clubs don't come to YouTube. But fish clubs are a big reason why our fish hobby grows or doesn't grow. For years, when I was in St. Louis, they were all a bunch of snobs and cliquish, and they weren't friendly. And like John from Select Pet, he's here. If you go to one of his meetings, every single person there is going to be nice to you. It's just he's the type of guy that grows channels or grows the fish community great, you know, and that's what we need is clubs like that.
Right.
And then I say that, and I forgot all about. We had our Chattanooga barbecue today,
Aw.
and I forgot to go to it. Fish Club barbecue.
And water hyacinth, that dies almost
Oh,
immediately in my water, which I'm like, you got to be
well,
kidding me.
water hyacinth needs a lot of light.
I mean, I put it in the
That's
window. It was in
my
a
water hyacinth. If it gets too much shade in the outdoors, I mean, it's literally outdoors. But if the tree, I noticed that my tree was growing too tall, and it was taking like 3 hours of light away from it, and it started dying.
no kidding. Well, then maybe that's why. So
Water hyacinth needs a ton of light. That's why I just throw it all in the compost pile. But I did take the small water lettuce and brought that inside this year. But yeah, water hyacinth. Well, actually, yeah, I got one fish tank that's got two powerful lights on it. I've got some lights from Menards that are way too powerful. And so I put it in there. And I'm gonna see if it'll grow under that light.
give it a shot.
Yeah.
Zenny, not at the risk of offending an entire nation. Um, when we go on vacation to Marco, there's a. Geez, is that going bald? Did I
No,
just
just a
notice a
part.
bald spot?
Just a part.
um, there's a German family that shows up. This is in relation to her comment. that they've got to be pushing 80, and they wear, like, the husband wears a Speedo and the wife wears a bikini, and they are both well past the time in their lives when they should be wearing Speedos and bikinis. It's it's a thing.
I don't know if there's ever an appropriate time for a man to wear a Speedo.
I mean, if you looked like Schwarzenegger back in the day, you could probably do it
I don't know.
and not feel bad about it. But
I
yeah,
think I
for
would
the
have
most part,
preferred this. I would have rather have seen Schwarzenegger in trunks.
oh, me
But that's just
too.
me.
Yeah, but women, I'm
Ah!
talking.
I guess. I don't know.
Some of my tanks
mean, I
got heaters, but not very warm. Mine are about 75 to 78 down here. Except for this one was super warm yesterday, or the last time I did a water change on it. Thankfully, not everything died in that one.
keep my heaters. I only have heaters in my living room and kitchen, and I keep them about 77 to 78. I have a central heating, or not a central heating. I have an oil heater in my fish room that heats all the fish tanks at 77 degrees or 76, but only ones that are 76 are on the bottom level. Like the second tier are 77 and the third tier 78.
Yeah, because the heat's
So
rising, and yeah. See you
but
later,
maybe if I
Johnny.
put the heater at the top, it would be different. Bye, John.
The only crip I sent Whip was a that's right. That's what it was. I forgot, and I didn't want to be looking while live trying to figure out what species it was.
You know, J Rock, you're the second person that said that to me in the last 2 days.
One of the
Where
best
was
things
I?
about aquatic auctions, the difference in prices and plants to create. Oh, for sure. Oinky, that is 100%.
It was at my mechanic. They said I was starting to sound more like Patrick Mahomes or Kermit the Frog.
You got this voice going on.
Well,
I
you
am
know, my
Mr.
sinuses
Frog.
are bothering
Holy
me, so I
crap.
can't breathe out of my nose.
It's it's after
Hey,
4.
Miss Piggy. Hey, gosh. Maybe we should change it to leave. Whip. It's not easy being green. I don't know.
We need to catch some of the setup the other day. I could get that legally, of course. I know, right? Okay, we're gonna try to.
I did just start taking a new med for my sinuses.
Oh, there's the comment
Was
that you said you saw from
complaining.
Geedy.
Yeah, those are the things that I grow great.
Oh my God, I'm so far behind. Johnny's probably been gone for 10 minutes. Oh, for a half an hour damn there. No, 10 minutes.
But yep. What you got anything going on tomorrow, Whip?
I don't think so. I'm gonna mow one last time, I think.
My Chiefs play at 4. I might do water changes tomorrow and take a nap. It was kind of weird. I woke up. I I I wrote a couple of screenplays that I've never let anybody ever read, but I woke up dreaming about one of my screenplays this morning.
Really?
Yeah,
That might be a sign.
yeah. I've always wanted to go take some classes on how to write them properly. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I've always wanted to do classes and see if I could get better at it because I like to write. You just sometimes I get a little like I'll take a story so far and then I lose steam. So I
When
don't know
my
if I. if it's my calling or not.
Yeah, I get it. When my dad worked for the government, they would give him like those free college classes online if he wanted them. And they're always offering them to him. And he said, "Hey, if you want to take some of these, you can take them." And I said, "Well, do you get the credit or do I get the credit?" And he says, "I get the credit." And it's like, "Oh, why do I want to take it?" And he says, "Yeah, but you'll learn." It's like, yeah, you don't learn anything from those schools. Maybe if I should have looked to see if they had script writing.
I'm working on that one, Stephen. I'm working at it.
All I know is if I take a college class, I don't care what my score is all I care about is learning something.
Yeah, do you get better at what you were trying to get better at?
When I was in college, it was all about just passing. It wasn't about learning anything. You just cram for the next test and then forget it the next day.
Yep. That sounds like college.
You got up and left in my video of us live on the other side, but I'm a
That
half
was
hour behind.
you are because I got up to pull the dead fish out of here. I said I was
Did
going
you
to
look
do
at
that, and
them?
then I didn't.
Are you going to give them a proper burial?
Yep, right in the garbage can.
Oh, you could buy a rose bush for your wife and then put them at the bottom of the rose bush.
Oh, I could. I should totally
Wouldn't she
do it.
love that?
She totally would.
All right.
I bought black rose seeds many years ago. They're probably no good anymore.
Yeah, with roses, it's easier just to buy a whole bush.
Echinoid, hurting everybody. Echinoid. And everyone is unsure of the future. Subbed and liked. Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
That's a different channel. Food and stuff. Petey, I imagine Whip just needs his hours then. Yep, that's all I need to get like halfway there. You know, you get the thing at 500 now instead of 1,000. But
yep.
again, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Geek says every single person at my club will be nice. They will nicely ignore you.
Stephen P just said that he took 2 screenwriting workshops courses in college and learned a whole lot about how much he truly hated writing screenplays or screenwriting.
Well, at
I
least you
added way
found
too
out
much to
before you
that. Sorry.
made a big move.
I just have a couple of I like telling stories, so and I think screenplays would be easier than books. And I've got a friend in LA that actually reads screenplays for a living and recommends them to be made to movies or throws them away. That one of his well, I haven't talked to his name's John with an H. I haven't talked to him in years, but I know that he approved Black Hawk Down. Man, he approved a bunch of movies, and now I can't remember what they were. Oh well. I'm pretty sure that there was that that one where Schwarzenegger or no, Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes come back in the future
Yeah, they're
when
like
they're a cop and
frozen. What is that called?
he read that script and said no, and they said we don't care. Sylvester Stallone wrote it, so we're making it anyway. But he recommended not to make that a movie. He thought it was stupid.
Yeah, you know, there was one. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they tell him who's going to be in the movie or
there was. I just saw a
who's
short on that where it wasn't that he Schwarzenegger.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, one of them had been offered it and turned it down, but the other one was, they were in direct competition with each other back then, as to who was going to be the best.
Demolition Man. Good job.
Demolition Man. That's it. Yep. I knew it started with a D. I just couldn't pull it out of my brain.
Well, there was also The Running Man by Sylvester,
Oh, yes, you can. I did it.
Portnoy.
It used to
But
be
that
right there.
was before John got that job. I used to be in a group called the Opera Dogs, and we would write and make short screenplays and videos and things that were pretty fun. We won one award. And they gave us one trophy and said that we could buy more trophies, but they were like $150 a piece, so we never did it at one of those big film festivals. And then they stole our idea. Our idea got stolen, and we used action figures to do all the talking and stuff. And then there's actually a whole TV series made basically from it. Action Man oh man, I think ours was called Action Man. I don't know. It's been too long ago.
That would be awesome. Just put a 24-hour stream that as you can watch them slowly melt away to nothing.
Hey, as long as you had Zen there modding, people would go there to talk to her, and you'd get all your hours.
There you go. Yeah. All right, I made it to the bottom. I don't know if I addressed everything, but we're going to go because I know there's still 37 people in here. That's cool, but I am hungry. So it's been 2.5 hours almost. We're going to call it. What
Awesome.
says you? Oh, and then as I'm saying that, Andy shows up. Oh, but she might have been here already. If you were here before and I didn't say hi.
I'm going to go upstairs and watch Tennessee play football.
The rest of the football day?
Yep.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me. We'll talk to y'all later. Insert something inspiring right here, and we'll see y'all later. Ed, you got anything?
No, thank you for letting me hang out with you today and had a lot of fun. And I look forward to doing it again.
All right. I do too. See ya.